extraordinary array of historical sites that tell the story of the nation's past. From grand national monuments to preserved battlefields and humble homes of great leaders, each place provides a unit of the cultural, political, and social evolution of the country. Administered and preserved in large part by the National Park Service, NPS, these historical landmarks not only educate, but also inspire millions of visitors each year. National Landmarks and Monuments. Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island, New York. Perhaps the most iconic symbol of American freedom. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France in 1886 and stands as a beacon for liberty and democracy. Located in New York Harbor, it has welcomed millions of immigrants arriving in the United States. Just nearby is Ellis Island, which served as the busiest immigration inspection station from 1892 to 1954. Over 12 million immigrants passed through here, making it a deeply emotional and historical location for many American families. Mount Rushmore, South Dakota. This massive sculpture carved into the Black Hills of South Dakota features the faces of 4 U.S. presidents: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Mount Rushmore represents the ideals of freedom, democracy, and the American dream. It was completed in 1941 after 14 years of work and remains a popular destination for both its artistry and symbolic significance. Lincoln Memorial and Washington Monument, Washington, D.C. The Lincoln Memorial, with its grand Greek temple design and a giant seated statue of Abraham Lincoln, commemorates the 16th president's role in preserving the Union during the Civil War and promoting liberty. Nearby, the Washington Monument, a towering obelisk, honors George Washington, the first president and father of the country. Both sites are part of the National Mall and are central to America's national identity. Independence National Historical Park, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, known as America's most historic square mile, this park includes Independence Hall, where both the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution were debated and adopted. Nearby, the Liberty Bell, a symbol of American independence, draws visitors from around the world. Philadelphia's role as the nation's first capital and the cradle of democracy is captured perfectly within this park. Battlefields and military sites. Gettysburg National Military Park, Pennsylvania. The Battle of Gettysburg, fought in 1863, was a crucial turning point in the Civil War. The park preserves the battlefield and numerous monuments dedicated to the soldiers who fought and died there. It is also the site of President Lincoln's famous Gettysburg Address, which redefined the purpose of the war and the nation itself. Pearl Harbor National Memorial, Hawaii. This site commemorates the surprise Japanese attack on December 7, 1941, which led to the United States entry into World War II. The memorial includes the USS Arizona Memorial, built above the sunken battleship, and serves as a solemn tribute to the 2,403 Americans who lost their lives. It stands as a stark reminder of the cost of war and the importance of preparedness. The Alamo, San Antonio, Texas. A symbol of Texan courage and independence, the Alamo was the site of a fierce battle in 1836 between Mexican forces and Texan revolutionaries. Though the Texans were defeated, their bravery inspired others to continue the fight, ultimately leading to Texas's independence. The phrase, "Remember the Alamo," remains a rallying cry for bravery and resistance. Other notable historic sites. Mount Vernon, Virginia. George Washington's home and plantation, U.S. President. Located along the Potomac River, Mount Vernon includes restored buildings, gardens, Virginia colony, and played a key role in early American governance and education. Martin Luther King Jr. National Historical Park, Atlanta, Georgia. This site includes Dr. King's birth home, Ebenezer Baptist Church, where he preached, and his final resting place. It honors the life and legacy of the civil rights leader who led nonviolent protests against racial inequality and helped change the course of American history. The park serves as both a tribute and a call to continue the work for justice. Mesa Verde National Park, Colorado. Unlike many man-made historical sites, Mesa Verde preserves the ancient cliff dwellings of the ancestral Puebloans, who lived in the area from approximately 600 to 1300 CE. These dwellings, built into canyon walls, reveal the advanced architecture, community life, and cultural achievements of Native American civilizations long before European contact. Historical preservation in the USA. The National Historic Landmarks (NHL) program, managed by the National Park Service (NPS), plays a critical role in identifying and preserving America's most important historical places. These landmarks are recognized national significance, while the National Register of Historic Places (NRHP) includes over 80,000 properties significant at the local or state level. The process of designation, Secretary of the Interior can still recognize a site as eligible, ensuring it is noted and valued for historical purposes. New York leads the in NHL designations with 270, and New York City alone accounts for 114 of those. Other cities with large numbers include Philadelphia and Boston, each with their own deep historical roots. Some designations extend beyond the 50 states, including locations in Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and Pacific territories, reflecting America's broader historical footprint. Interestingly, the American legation in Tangier, Morocco, is also an NHL. It was the first American public property overseas and represents early U.S. diplomacy. Conclusion. From the colonial towns and presidential homes to Civil War battlegrounds and sites of civil rights struggle, the historical places of the United States offer profound insights into the nation's journey. These landmarks are more than just tourist destinations. They are living narratives that connect past with present. Through preservation efforts by the National Park Service and programs like the NHL and NRHP, the U.S. ensures that its history remains accessible, honored, and protected for future generations. Each site, whether symbolizing freedom like the Statue of Liberty, remembrance like Gettysburg, resistance like the Alamo, or progress like MLK's Atlanta birthplace, is a chapter in America's vast, ongoing story. Exploring these places is not just about learning history, it's about understanding the identity and values of a nation shaped by countless individuals and events.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I hope you love this video. Before leaving the video, I request you once again to hit the subscribe button and like this video and share this video link and the link of the channel on WhatsApp group, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest group so that others get the same knowledge as you got. Thank you so much. Keep loving the world and keep supporting.
This era marked Georgia as a powerful kingdom in the Caucasus, respected by neighbors and feared by rivals. Decline in foreign domination in the 15th and 19th centuries. From the 15th century onward, Georgia's power began to decline due to both internal divisions and external threats. Mongols invaded during the 13th century, weakening the kingdom. Later, the Ottoman Empire and Persian Empire competed for influence, often dividing Georgia into smaller, weaker principalities. By the early 19th century, unable to resist stronger powers,
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that you are getting good knowledge about the world and keep on enjoying. Only one thing I want, just hit the subscribe button and like below this video. Keep on enjoying the videos for lifetime.
Georgia gradually came under the control of the Russian Empire. In 1801, eastern Georgia was officially annexed, followed by other regions in later years. Brief independence and Soviet era, 20th century. The 20th century brought dramatic changes. After the Russian Revolution, 1917, Georgia declared independence in 1918 and established the Democratic Republic of Georgia. However, this freedom was short-lived. In 1921, the Red Army invaded, and Georgia was incorporated into the Soviet Union. During the Soviet era, Georgia developed industries, education, and infrastructure, but political freedoms were suppressed. Modern Georgia, 1991 present. As the Soviet Union collapsed, a strong independence movement emerged in Georgia. On April 9, 1991, Georgia declared independence. Since then, the country has faced significant challenges: internal instability in the 1990s, conflicts with Russia, particularly in Abkhazia and South Ossetia, regions that remain disputed to this day. Despite these challenges, modern Georgia has rebuilt itself as a democratic nation, aiming for closer ties with Europe and the West while preserving its unique traditions. Physical geography of Georgia. Although small, Georgia's geography is incredibly diverse. Relief and terrain: Kolkita lowland, west, fertile plain, historically Colchis, rich in agriculture. Caucasus Mountains, north, snow-covered peaks, natural defense barrier. Lesser Caucasus, south, rugged highlands. More than one-third of Georgia is covered with forests, while rivers and gorges create dramatic landscapes. Climate. The climate varies by region. Western Georgia, humid subtropical with warm winters and heavy rainfall, 40 to 100 inches annually. Eastern Georgia, more continental, with drier winters and hotter summers. High mountains, alpine climate with snow and ice year-round above 11,000 feet. Soils. The Kolkita lowland has rich alluvial soils, perfect for crops like citrus and tea. Mountain soils support forests and pastures, while eastern steppes favor wheat and grapes. Plant and animal life. Georgia's biodiversity is remarkable. Flora: oak, chestnut, beech, alder, fir, ash, linden, apple, pear, rhododendron, and citrus. The western forests are especially lush, with eucalyptus and evergreen shrubs. Fauna: mountains, goats, Caucasian antelope, black grouse, and eagles. Forests: wild boars, bears, wolves, lynx, jackals, and deer. River seas: trout, sturgeon, and Black Sea fish. This blend of ecosystems makes Georgia a haven for both wildlife and agriculture. People of Georgia. Georgians call their country Sakartvelo and themselves Kartvelo. The word Georgia comes from the Persian term gorge. About 80% of the population are ethnic Georgians. Minorities include Armenians, Russians, Azerbaijanis, Ossetis, Greeks, and Abkhazians. Georgia's rich ethnic diversity reflects its position at the crossroads of Europe and Asia. Conclusion. The history and geography of Georgia offer a perfect example of how a small country can have a vast and influential past. From the ancient kingdoms of Colchis and Iberia, through its Christian heritage, the golden age under Queen Tamar, centuries of foreign domination, and its modern struggles, Georgia has maintained a strong national identity. Its landscapes, ranging from Black Sea shores to snowy Caucasus peaks, add natural beauty to its cultural wealth. The Georgian people, known for their resilience and hospitality, continue to build their future while respecting their past. Thus, Georgia is not just a country on the map, it is a land of legends, endurance, and extraordinary diversity. Word count: 1,007. Would you like me to also...
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I hope you love this video. Before leaving the video, I request you once again to hit the subscribe button and like this video and share this video link and the link of the channel on WhatsApp group, Facebook, Instagram, and group so that others get the same knowledge that you got. Thank you so much. Keep loving the world and keep supporting.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals that take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Edwin Sunny's GK World. I am Edwin Sunny, making disclaimer from my side that this is the video I have created only for educational and promotional use so that a visitor, a fan can increase his own knowledge for the world. Let's begin today's video, man.
1,000 words. This video was created by Admin Sunny, only for educational use. Singapore's story is a fascinating journey of transformation, from a small fishing village to a powerful global city-state. Situated at the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula, Singapore has always had strategic importance. Over centuries, it evolved from a humble trading port known as Temasek to a modern, independent nation. Early beginnings, the age of Temasek. Before Singapore became known by its current name, it was referred to as Temasek, a Javanese word meaning sea town. It was already a significant maritime trading hub by the 13th and 14th centuries. Historical records and archaeological evidence show that the island had a thriving settlement. It served as an outpost for the Srivijaya Empire, a powerful maritime kingdom based in Sumatra. In the 14th century, Temasek appeared in Chinese traveler Wang Dayuan's writings, which describe it as a busy port. In fact, around the year 1349, about 70 Siamese warboats attempted to conquer Temasek, proving its growing importance. The Javanese Majapahit Empire also listed it among their conquered territories in the poem Nagarakaguru, 1365. Eventually, the trading significance of Temasek declined, especially after the rise of the port of Malacca. However, its location remained highly valuable. The legend of Singapore, the name Singapore, meaning Lion City, is believed to have originated in the 14th century. According to the Malay chronicle, Sejarah Malay, a Srivijayan prince named Sri Tribhuwana landed on the island and saw a strange creature he thought was a lion. Taking it as a good omen, he named the city Singapore. Though lions were never native to the region, the name stuck, symbolizing strength and courage. Colonial era, rise of trading power. The modern chapter of Singapore's history began in 1819 when Sir Stamford Raffles, representing the British East India Company, arrived on the island. He saw great potential in Singapore's location and established a free trading post, which allowed ships from all nations to trade without tariffs. By 1824, the British had formal control over Singapore after a treaty with the Sultan of Johor. It became part of the Straits Settlements in 1826, along with Penang and Malacca. In 1867, Singapore became a British crown colony, meaning it was directly governed by London. Due to its free port policy and strategic location on the Strait of Malacca, Singapore quickly grew into a major hub for shipping, trade, and immigration. People from China, India, the Malay Archipelago, and Europe arrived to settle, trade, and work. World War II and Japanese occupation. Singapore's reputation as an impregnable fortress was shattered during World War II. In February 1942, Japanese forces invaded and defeated the British Army, taking control of the island. They renamed it Seoul-2, meaning Light of the South. The Japanese occupation lasted until 1945 and was one of the darkest periods in Singapore's history. Thousands of people, especially Chinese civilians, were killed during the Suk Ching massacre. Food shortages, fear, and oppression defined this period. After Japan's defeat, the British returned, but confidence in colonial rule was broken. Road to independence. In 1959, Singapore achieved partial self-governance under British rule. Lee Kuan Yew became the first prime minister. His People's Action Party, PAP, aimed to build a modern, prosperous state. In 1963, Singapore joined Malaysia, along with Malaya,